DCMME has been a vital part of Cranard. It's survived 30 years primarily because of the energy that the students, faculty, and staff bring to the center. It's also survived because its primary mission is to communicate our enthusiasm for manufacturing. I expect this will continue to be the case for several years into the future. And for me, as a faculty member associated with the center, this is what makes it unique. It celebrates manufacturing. And when it celebrates manufacturing, you realize that the center looks forward to opportunities in manufacturing and enables students, faculty, and industry to have a bridge to Cranard. That's the role of the center. When I started at the center, one of the challenges was that we were focused on manufacturing, but the world was evolving to start thinking about global supply chains. And the main change was that companies were not producing all the components themselves, but they were producing it at the right place in the world where they would get the highest quality at the most competitive price. My role as the center director was to maintain the enthusiasm for manufacturing, but at the same time recognize that there were some fundamental shifts taking place in terms of how manufacturing was organized. Another goal was to make the center fiscally solvent, which meant that the service aspects of manufacturing had to be explicitly addressed, which means that we need to start thinking about global coordination, the impact of issues such as sustainability, many of these issues that were not earlier part of the center's mission, but now became part and parcel of any manufacturing organization. So that was one goal. The second was to maintain Cranard's perspective regarding what constitutes manufacturing. At Cranard, there's always been the belief that this was a center that was owned by all areas. Manufacturing strategy, modeling, issues with respect to finance, accounting were all part of the courses that students in the center took. And so part of my goal was to continue to maintain that sort of integrative view of manufacturing, which is that it really was owned by all of the areas of the school. Finally, one of the things we needed to do was to increase our outreach to industry so that we would have vibrant conferences. Now, the conferences are important because that's an opportunity for students to just literally walk over to the conference and meet a whole bunch of people who would give them a perspective of what is happening in manufacturing. Those were the goals that I had as a center director. It's been a very satisfying time spent at the center. One of the things I found was that by talking to industry participants and engaging in projects, they also provided fodder for a lot of research initiatives that I've been doing with my PhD students.